friends, welcome to Civil Architecture Tutorials channel. Today's subject is regarding the construction joints. Before in a video we discussed the wall concrete joints, in which we also discussed the construction joints. But at that time I said that I will do another video, so this is the video for that construction joint. So let us say where the construction joint comes. Like I said in the before video, that when an old concrete structure meets a new concrete structure or a point, the line where the old concrete meets the new concrete, or the bond between these two, is called the construction joint. So if you are doing a footing and after that we are doing the column, so there likewise this is the footing, and then if you are doing the column, there is a construction joint here, and after that, after a particular height, we need to stop the column, and then again we again restart the work of column, means there also comes another construction joint. So these joints are quite common in civil engineering construction projects. Now we will look into how we will do it in a mega project, or how we can deal or maintain these construction projects technically. That is, if in a mega project, during the construction, the project manager or the site manager have to inform the structural consultant that we have planned the construction joint there and we have marked it at site, and then he have to take the opinion of the structural consultant after planning, after marking where all the construction joints will come. So after the approval of the structural consultant, he can start the work. So these construction joints, as we know, it can happen at any time. It can be happen at intentionally or non-intentionally. Intentionally, like I said in the before video, if it is a weekend or if it is a holiday which we know prior, we can stop the construction joint in a particular designed area or the design point where it should end. Like that we can stop. Or if we know that the working hours of the laborers is from 8 to 5, then if you plan, then we can stop at a particular line where we intend to stop the construction joint, to make the construction joint. That also can happen, unless there is a breakage of machinery, or if some machinery doesn't come to the office, or if there is a unintentional or a sudden hartal or holidays coming into, we cannot control the construction joints, because it may happen like that sometimes. So now we will say there are some construction joints formed within 12 hours. That means within 12 hours we can go for the second concreting, so keeping that same construction joint there. So that means the concrete is still in the green, it's a green concrete. That is, not even 12 hours that has been passed after the concrete has been poured there. So within that 12 hours region, if it is a column, we have to make a key joint like this. See, this is column and key joint like this. There is a small key joint like this. So we have to make the key joint for that column if it is within the 12 hours after the first pouring of concrete. And after making this key joint, we have to remove the latents. Latents means, you know, after the vibrations been done in the concrete, then the small powder like cement will come up to the surface, and it may be there in the same place on the top surface. So we have to clean that, we have to remove that, or we just remove the loose concrete which is available there. So make it clean, and then we can go for the construction joint with the next ongoing concrete work. If these things we can do within 12 hours. So if that happens not within 12 hours, or if it is between 12 hours and 3 days, 12 hours and within 3 days, again we have to go for the key joint, make the key joint, remove the latents or the loose concrete. Then if it is within 3 days, we have to go for a cement slurry. The quantity is like 2.4 kilogram per square meter. So likewise we need to add the cement with the cement slurry, and then that will be the construction joint. So this we can do within 12 hours and 3 days. And if the construction joint happens to be not within this time interval, and it may be between 3 days and 7 days, if it is so, because of some reason we cannot do the work within 3 days, we have to do it for 3 days and 7 days, then also we go for the same key joint, removal of latents or loose concrete. But here we apply epoxy or resin, like here, epoxy or resin for bonding. So the normal chemicals that is available in the market is like a Nitto bond, Sika bond, Perma bond, or Force rock. All these things will come into this type of construction joints, that is within the time interval of 3 days and 7 days. There we, instead of cement slurry, we have to go for this type of bonding. And if for some other reason, if the construction joint cannot happen within this 7 days period, if it is after 7 days, it is above 7 days, then we have to go for shear connectors. Shear connectors, it will be given by the structural consultant, and according to that shear connectors, we have to go for the construction joints. So that is about the concrete or the construction joint which will happen within this stipulated time intervals. And now, if we are going for a planned construction joint, like I said before, intentional construction joint, where we know that the concrete have to stop at this particular line, and the next day or the next within hours, the next concrete have to start from that particular line. So how can we define that line? For example, this is the slab, suppose, okay. As we know, we are taking the L from after the column this and before this column, that is in between the beam part only, or the slab part, which starts from the first column beginning and the end of that slab. There are also the second column beginning, in between distance only, after this dark part, before this dark part, okay. This is L, and the construction joint can be at only 2 points, that is L by 3 here or L by 3. Only at that 2 points we can provide construction joint. We don't have to give the construction joint in any other area. We cannot give, we should not give. And why we have to give construction joints only at L by 3? That is the total length. If it is L from here to here, divided by 3, we will get this much area, and here this much area. This point and this point. Why? Why it is say so? Because as we know, if the load, when the live load and the dead load comes on the slab, we know how the bending moment is acting. Like this. This is the curve for the bending moment, and this is the sagging area, this is the holding area, this is positive moment, and this is negative moment. And you know, this is an area in the slab, okay, where the bending moment is changing to shear force, and this area is 0. The force is 0 at its neutral point, this area and this area at that point. That means L by 3. The point L by 3 is the area where the bending moment will transfer to shear force, and that will be 0, it will be neutral. So we have to end that thing, in that construction joint, or should be at that point only, so that it will, the forces will not have much to play at that line of contact or at that line of joint. That's why it is saying that we have to give construction joints only at L by 3, where the force is supposed to be 0. With this, you understand, you have got a general idea regarding the construction joints and how it is applying and how we are giving and when, where, and we are giving the construction joints. So I will come with another subject in another video. Till then, goodbye. Please subscribe, share, and like my channel. Thank you very much.